Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video we're going to be looking at stem and leaf tables. Okay, so I've got a table full of some random numbers that I just thought of at the top of my head that we can use to construct our stem and leaf table. This data is purely random, it's just for illustration purposes only. The first step towards drawing a stem and leaf diagram is to take a ruler or straight edge and draw a straight line. This line will separate the stem from the leaves. Now the numbers to the left of the line are going to represent the stem in our stem and leaf table. The numbers to the right of the line are going to be the leaves in our stem and leaf table. And the key explains how to read the chart. So in this particular chart, the stem will represent the tens column and the leaves will represent the units column. Generally, the leaves represent the rightmost digit of your number and the stem represents everything else. So in this particular table, the highlighted numbers will be read as 63, 65 and 67. Generally, the first step towards any statistical analysis is to sort the numbers into order, and that's what a stem and leaf table does. It gets your raw numbers that are unsorted, sorts them out, so then it's easy for you to calculate things like the median or the modal average or the range. So we're given a question. The IQ of 30 children in a class was estimated using a simple online IQ test. Here are the results. Draw an ordered stem and leaf diagram to display this information, then calculate the median IQ score. So if I'm working on pen and paper, the way I'd do it is I'd sketch one out roughly first, and that's my interpretation of a straight line. I think the pen had problems drawing a straight line there, but it doesn't matter because this is not the final product. So I'm looking at the lowest numbers I can see, and it looks like for the stem my lowest number is going to be an 8. I think 80s are the lowest numbers, and I can't see any 130s, so I think 120 is probably the highest numbers. So I'm going to have my stems go from 8 up to 12. So I'm writing 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm just going to keep them all in the right columns. This is only my rough working at the moment. So I'm going to just move from left to right. So my first number is 120, so I'm going to write down a 0. And I'm going to cross out the 120. And now I've got 100, so I'm going to put a 0 in where the 10 is, and I'm going to cross out that. Then I've got 98, so I'm going to put an 8 in here. And then I'm going to cross that out. Then I've got 93, so I'm going to put a 3 here. And then I'm going to cross that out. Then I've got 101, so I'm going to put a 1 in here, and I'm going to cross that out. It doesn't matter that the numbers are not in order yet. 103, so there's a 3 in with the 10, so that's 103. And then we've got 109, so the 9 can go in here, and I'll cross that out. Now we've got 105, so there's a 5 goes in here, and that can be crossed out. And then 107. This is going to get quite tedious quite quickly, but 90. Since statistics is usually about working with large amounts of data, there can be some degree of tedium involved. So this is 97, so the 7 can go in here. And then 124, this goes in here. The little tricks like this actually help with the tedium. Imagine just trying to draw these numbers in order full. So that's 93, because I'm only drawing the units, so it actually speeds things up slightly. So 101, so I'll write down a 1. 102, so I can write down a 2. 97, so I write down a 7. 99, so I can write down a 9. 100, so I can write down a 0. And 101, so I'll put a 1. 123, nearly there. 125, 94, 90, 89, 107, 109, 113, 116, I wondered when that column would get populated, and 2 lots of 112. Okay, so this is my first draft. Now I need to put the right hand column, that is to say the leaves, in numerical order, and this time I'm going to try and draw it considerably neater. So I'm going to take a straight edge in this case, that's my straight line, and then I'm going to write out my numbers much neater. So I've got an 8, a 9, a 10, an 11, and a 12. And let's just neaten that up a little bit. Now I've only got one number in the 8s, so I'll put my 9 here. And now for the 9s, I'll just put these in order. So I've got 2 zeros, and have I got any 1s? No. Have I got any 2s? No. I've got 2 3s though, so I'll pop a couple of 3s in. Actually, I can keep that text box open, can't I? And then that way they'll all line up nicely. So I've got 3s. I've got 1 4 by the looks of it. No 5s. Have I got any 6s? No, I don't see any 6s. We've got 2 7s. 1 8. And 1 9. I'll just try and line those 3s up a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now in my 10s row, what am I looking at here? Well, I've got a 0. I have a second 0. And that's all. I've got 1, 2, 3 1s by the looks of it. So that's 1, 2, 3 1s. I've got 1 2, 1 3, no 4s, a 5 though, no 6s, 2 7s, no 8s, but it looks like I've got 2 9s. Okay, so that takes me on to the next row. So I've got 3622, so that's very easy. That's just 2, 2, 3, 6. So that was very easy to put in order. And the 12's 0435, so that's 0, 3, 4, 5. And that's my ordered stem and leaf chart, or plot, or table, or whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to neaten that up slightly. And of course we absolutely have to have a key so that people know what we're doing. Without a key it's pretty much meaningless. So I'm going to put my key in. I'll write it in here. So draw a little line. I'm going to put 11 and a 2. It doesn't really matter what I put in so long as it makes sense. Okay, so that's the end of the stem and leaf plot. So the last thing it says, calculate the median IQ score. Okay, so we're told there's 30 children, and I'm going to use that to check that I've got all the right numbers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 numbers, so I haven't missed any out, and I haven't double counted any. So if there's 30 numbers, 30 plus 1 is 31, and 31 divided by 2 is 15.5, so it's going to be between number 15 and number 16. So if I'll count, I can count from either end. I'm going to count from the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 7, whoops, 15 and 16 is between the 1 and the 2. So that means between 101 and 102. So the average of between 101 and 102 is going to be 101.5. So I make the median 101.5. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'd like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams if you're taking them this year. And if you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in another video.